And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Today is Tuesday? Yeah, November the 18th. That makes us yay close to Thanksgiving, doesn't it? Don't we need to do a reminder about thawing turkeys at this point? You got to have them out several days. Isn't it about that time?
Yeah. It's 4, 5, 6.
I know that they go to sparking when you put them in deep fried. So make sure to get that done. We don't want you to be without a turkey on Thanksgiving. Greatest things I think I've ever, that skin. Oh my gosh, we could just talk about that for hours. If you're watching from another state and don't know what we're talking about, come join the fun. Fried turkey, nothing quite like it. Good morning to you. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. As we begin this day, 53 as you're waking up. We should go all the way to 79. November, and it's still 79. Can you believe that? A lot of folks are back and forth. We had that little cold spell. A few folks got sick, including me. Have mercy. I think I'm just about over the top again. I might have to live in a bubble for the rest of the winter to try to stay away from all of that. We got so much to talk about and going on as this day begins. We're going to go over headlines shaping America in a few moments. Then we'll get into what's shaping local at 7. Right now, though, we got to go get it all straightened out as we go to Collinsville. Let's go to the First Baptist Church now.
This week we continue on with the story of Joseph. This is one of my favorite parts of the Bible because we get so much detail of what actually happened to Joseph, and we see God's hand in every part of his story. Anyway, we pick up in chapter 40, and we see where Joseph has found favor with the prison warden and is placed in charge of the prison. Joseph continues to respond to the work of God in his life and remains faithful and patient. In chapter 40, we're told the story of how Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker were thrown into prison for some untold reason. While in prison, Joseph attends to these two men. One morning, the men look dejected, and Joseph notices this and asks them why they look so sad. The men said they both had dreams that night, but they did not understand what they meant. Joseph interprets both men's dreams, and his interpretations were exactly how things turned out. The cupbearer was put back in service under Pharaoh, while the baker was hung by Pharaoh. Joseph continues on in his service. In chapter 41, we read where Pharaoh also has dreams and can't find anyone to interpret those dreams. Joseph is brought before Pharaoh, and with God's power and guidance, he interprets Pharaoh's dreams. These interpretations pleased Pharaoh, and he put Joseph in charge of the entire country, where Joseph would lead through 7 years of abundance and 7 years of famine. What we see in these chapters is the continued humble spirit displayed by Joseph and his perfect timing as he used Joseph in a tremendous way to save the lives of millions of people. Joseph's story teaches us that sometimes we can do nothing but wait to see what God might do. And as we wait, we remain faithful and humble and see where God might work. These times are often painful and confusing, but as God works His plan, we can see great things happen for our good and for God's glory. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little message this morning. More of those coming up. Church services tomorrow night. Hope you can make it out for that. Before you head out this morning, anything south of Meridian, use caution. As we go all the way to the Mississippi Gulf Coast with a fog alert this morning as we go here to take a look. Pretty thick in areas as we'll dense fog advisory through 9 p.m. this morning. And again, this will go into Louisiana all the way to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. It's thicker there in Jasper County as we look at this in southwestern Clark County. The further you get near Hattiesburg, the thicker it's going to get. Also down around Mobile, going to be tough to see to get in that tunnel. Those areas, use caution. As you'll see, this goes all the way from basically Jasper County over to Lake Charles, Louisiana, into the outskirts of Beaumont, Texas. Jasper County, Texas has a little bit, but it's thick. Even portions of Lauderdale County have it. Not as thick as they do to the south, but it is out there. We're starting to see a little bit moving into Newton County as well. So southwestern Newton County, y'all have fog as well moving into your area. Those school buses are rolling. That means drive slower. Headlights on low beam if you can as you're out and about this morning. We want everybody to be as careful as they absolutely can there. Cinda, good morning to see you. Jeff Lewis is up. Elmer, Mark, Rick, so good to see y'all. Even Bob is stirring this morning. Let's get into a few of the headlines that are starting to shape Texas. And I agree with this. You can't have one and favoritism someone else. Lubbock, Texas is removing the glasses from the road. What I mean, Lubbock, Texas, during the pandemic, put the famous Buddy Holly glasses on the roadways at an intersection. As we all know, Trump has had all this stuff removed of these pride things, I guess you could say. If one's got to go, they all got to go, and I understand that. Make something else special for Buddy. Buddy was a big deal. He deserves something more. Give him something better. Take this as an opportunity to do well. Like I said, I agree with that. Can't do it without the other. Have you seen a picture of this Texas state trooper who said something to the South Carolina wide receiver in the tunnel? I think his name was Nick Harbor. Isn't that his name?
Something like
Now, we don't know exactly what was said, but it looked as though he scolded him, maybe. But we don't know that. Yeah, oh, he actually hit him.
Well, I mean,
It was a shoulder.
Hard, yeah.
He's been sent home. He won't any longer be doing what he did. So why did he do that?
I don't know.
I thought it was more of a tap. No, it was a shoulder.
He body checked.
Okay, all right. It was a body check. And you shouldn't do that. He's been sent home. He won't be doing that anymore. Whatever it is that he'll be doing, it won't be at ball games. He's been relieved of that duty. There were several that were calling for him to be fired. And again, man, that's just mean.
Yeah.
Okay, now we know a little bit more about that. This is becoming a trend, and it's not right. Those who play NFL, who are on the big screen, you know where they are. Criminals are quickly catching on to that and have begun again this year breaking into homes. This time, who's this guy? Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback. And I'll do my best to pronounce his name. We'll call him Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. That's Deion? Well, his home was broken into. I didn't know that. I don't know one from the other when it comes to football. So his home was broken into. They haven't released any information as to what was taken, but it's not right. It's the same thing as doing that to an actor or anybody else. Well, while you're at work, it's shameful. Hopefully they'll catch the culprits. They have not been caught as of yet.
Home security system, that'll help.
Home security, yeah, would help. They did break in, though. Today, the Crown Prince will be landing and headed to the White House. He'll get the full treatment. They will sell those F-35s to him. Like it or not, they're friends of the U.S. and doing quite well with Trump. A good relationship has been made. He'll be landing at the White House here in just a little bit. Yesterday in Charlotte, North Carolina, they had somebody throw a temper tantrum. And it was a transgender person. Now, I'm not sure what side of the fence they were on because I've looked at the picture and I still don't know. And a car chase pursued after they tried to cause problems with police. They were arrested and taken into custody. The police didn't release any other information other than they caused a problem. Temper tantrum is what I'll call it. Ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. Again, I can't tell one way or the other. It's very mixed up. Do we see hints coming? And I think we do. Charges could possibly dropped against James Comey. The judge is saying there were missteps, steps that wasn't done properly, and most likely this is a hint into the future that he's going to rule that charges will be dropped against James Comey. Expect that. Again, that's reading in between the lines of what we see, but I do believe that's going to happen there. I don't even know how to begin this. If someone is an illegal, they're illegal. And then if they're wanted by the authorities in another country, that makes them a wanted illegal. Am I not right?
That's it.
We go back to 2023, 22 actually. There was an arrest warrant wanted for a man that got into the United States. He was a terrorist. Truthfully, he got into the U.S., he was arrested and then released. He was then given a Pennsylvania driver's license. Y'all seen this? He was arrested this week for driving a truck illegally and being an illegal alien. Here's the pictures of this. And again, this was not pointing fingers. DHS released all this information. But how can the U.S. of A. government, and this would have been under Biden, have allowed this to happen when he was wanted, number one, then issue driver's license? Do we not have a system that goes ring-a-ling-ling, they're wanted? I thought we did.
Only
Or
if
was
you're
it-
American we do.
Or was it, Odie, that they just turned their back?
They just turned their back.
They turned their back. And Odie's probably right on that. It's only if you're an American. Up until now. All of that is ceasing at this point. We hope it continues because we've got to rid our country of people that mean harm. If we were to put down a list of all that have been killed by these folks that didn't know how to drive a truck, and it's been a lot, it really has, bringing harm to you, the American citizen. The President of the United States, whether it's a senator, president, congressman, or somebody locally, swears an oath to protect the citizens of the United States. And that's the key word there, citizen. Gets under my skin big time. Over in, let's see here, Charlotte. Y'all be ready because this is getting ready to start. In the past, they've just been arresting illegal aliens as we talk about this. What's this that Trump is doing now? He's going to start arresting businesses that employ illegal aliens in the U.S. of A. Get ready. It's coming. There will be arrests coming on this. So don't stand by and think I can hire these folks and nothing's going to happen to me. Now they're twisting and coming after those. Expect those arrests to begin. There's going to be some folks that don't like that, aren't they? In Charlotte, as I mentioned just a moment ago, in the last 48 hours, 130 arrests have been made, as we stay on the same topic for a moment there. 130 of them. Immigration crackdowns throughout Charlotte. If you're on Medicare, y'all be ready for this. And it's such a tight income for people. I worry. I know that our time, me and Odie and you, as we all gain age, there'll be a point in time where you can't no longer work. And whatever you get for your retirement is what you've got. But each year, expenses keep going up. Medicare Part B, the monthly premium will jump 9.7% in 2026. You will only receive a 2.8 cost of living adjustment. Y'all do the math there. Something's going to be higher than the other. It's tough being an American, isn't it? There's a lot of people that depend upon, and it's not a lot of money, you know this, work all their lives, they didn't have a 401k, and all they have is that little Social Security check to get by on. It worries me. It worries me for our people. That's a lot of money. $20 can mean the world to a lot of people. I'll think on that. Now, I got a kick out of this last night. If you saw this, Trump spoke, and I didn't realize it was such a big deal. It is American. It says American is apple pie, McDonald's. We all know that. As a kid, we saw those golden arches. We wanted to go play. We wanted to see Ronald McDonald. Last night, as Donald Trump spoke to the McDonald's group, he said, "I'm honored to stand before you as the very first former McDonald's fry cook ever to become president of the United States of America." Thumbs up, Don. That was pretty good. Used a lot of things to his advantage. Uh-oh, what is this? More trouble for Puff Daddy? Sean Daddies has a male saying that he sexually assaulted him. Now, a whole new case. Will this head to trial? I don't know. Whoa. Have mercy. Joe says his monthly premium is expected to rise $59 a month. My. They had a big bust yesterday. Yeah, and what's the guy that's on that storage war that yells, "Yep, yep"?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know who I'm talking about. And the blonde-headed girl is the only reason I think people ever watched that show. Storage Wars. That's the name of it. Where you go bid on a storage bin. Well, somebody won one yesterday, or this week rather. Inside, they would find illegal drugs. $1.7 million worth of fake fentanyl that was going to hit the streets. As they put it, it's the single biggest fentanyl bust in Colorado history, the sixth in the U.S. 1.7 pills seized, 12 kilograms of fentanyl-powered powder seized. Wow. And it's linked to a cartel. What was it doing there? I don't know. They got pictures of it. It's a ton of it. My, oh, my. Never know what you win in those storage wars, do you there? What else do we have going on this morning here? We're already starting to see those who, and I guess you call it the Ozempic shot that helps you lose weight. Lord, there's a lot of us that need that, don't we? Me, myself, and I love food is my problem. But it's already down 30% after the announcement from Trump. What was it, average of $500 a month for that shot? If you had to pay cash for it. My, oh, my. It is coming down. That's good. Let's hope it gets affordable for Americans. 9 were injured in California after a house exploded from gas. We've had that happen even here before. Those gas leaks are whew. But keyword, 9 injured, not 9 deaths. We're thankful for that. They always, it's like deer hunting. And I don't want you to take what I just said wrong. Before you're ever, when you have any type of weapon, know what you're doing with it before you use it. Have y'all seen the story of the cleaning lady that was killed? All she did was knock on a door. She accidentally went to the wrong house. She was showing up. The other crew was there. She thought she was at the right house to clean. She knocked on the door and the homeowner shot her. He has been formally charged now. What caused him to do that, I can't tell you. It was in Indiana where all that went on. She died in her husband's in her arms. He ran to the front door when she fell, caught her. She died. Tragic, tragic, tragic. Never, ever do that. And it was daylight. This wasn't like this was a nighttime. You think somebody's kicking in your front door. No excuses. We have a Dallas attorney that's been missing for a week. They described him as an Eagle Scout. He went on a hiking trip, but he's been missing for a little more than a week in the Appalachian Mountains. Even the best can get lost, is what I mean. Travel in pairs, if at all possible. Make sure people know who you are. And Bob, you're right. He should be prosecuted. And I think they will most likely, that didn't sound right, did it? Likely be sent up the river over this. I don't keep up with a lot of politics, and I don't know a lot of people outside of the people in the state of Mississippi. It's hard to keep up with them all. But maybe a few of you know this guy's name, Larry Summers. Now, he was a former Treasury Secretary under Bill Clinton. He went on to work at Harvard University. He is stepping down. Anyone want to know why? A little guy named Epstein. He kept in close contact with him, and they emailed each other. I wouldn't say daily, but they kept in close contact. He is stepping down. Tells me there's more to it than meets the eye for someone to give up their job. Now, is this the greatest chess move I've ever seen? I don't know. Do you remember how Donald Trump in the original said he wanted all the Epstein files put out there? And then all of a sudden he goes, wait a minute, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They're now saying that it was the greatest chess move that he's ever done. He faked them. And now it will turn around and bite Democrats because it's all going to come out of what's in those emails. He knew from the beginning that there was nothing in there that could harm him. Is it true or is it talk? I don't know. But it does sound like, what's that book he wrote, The Art of the Deal? Yeah. It does sound like a playbook out of his book. We'll see. He has already said it's coming out and he's willing to sign as soon as it hits his desk. Now again, for those who have doubt, trust me on this, if there was something in there, somebody would have found it already and it would have leaked to the press to harm him. They would have used it during the election. This was high on their minds. It's not in there. They thought maybe some embarrassment, but maybe he truly has outsmarted them. We'll see what happens in the upcoming days. Trump stump. Maybe that's a good way to put it there. All right, 6:50, we've got your forecast coming up in just a moment. Don't rush off. You need to know what that weather's going to do as we forecast rain toward the end of the week. We'll be right back.
Fix our problem.
Hey, Ben, did you approve this?
What? Tax credit match, double your savings. Who did this? Where did this come from?
Ben, I really love the new promo.
Come with me. Hey. Who do you think you are? Oh, Annie, it's you. Where did this all go out to?
Our whole service area.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes. And Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve. Also Hulk shirts. And America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need to keep you dry in those wet conditions. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA.
Those record highs and record lows back in 1930, whoo, it was hot, 83. Back in 51, we had a low of 20 today. That's pretty chilling, wasn't it? The outlook for today, this is what we're expecting. If this will turn, it doesn't want to. As we look at Meridian, we're hovering at 79. The further north we go, by the time you make it Columbus Air Force Base, it'll hit 80. Tupelo holding steady at 79 like Meridian, and somewhere around 77 at the state line. Vicksburg down to Natchez being the warmest of the areas, anywhere from 82 to 83 down the river. We'll see 74 on the Mississippi Gulf Coast as well. What happens tonight? Not so bad. 59 for a low in Meridian, 60 in Philadelphia. We'll see 62 there in Tunica. As we go to Natchez, about 62. And even Gulfport, about the same at 61. It's only 1 or 2 degrees difference anywhere for the state tonight. Not bad, not bad. As we look across to Bama, 81 today in Demopolis is what we're expecting. 77 up in Birmingham. Gadsden should see 76. And down in Troy toward the coast, we'll see somewhere around 79 as for the high. Here's what we got. Look at that warm spell just sitting on top of us all across Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Cool front maybe out to our west there in California as it's slowly pushing our way. Here's what we've got for the next 7 days. Our high today, 79. Even warmer tomorrow with a high of 84. 0% chance of rain tomorrow. Thursday looks good at 81. And by Friday is when this rain moves in. Now, again, we've got a 60% chance of rain during the daytime. It will drop at nighttime to about a 40% chance on Friday night. So you may get a little rain headed to the rodeo, but it'll straighten out. By Saturday, we're down to a 20% chance of rain during the daytime. 71 on Sunday, a little bit of difference there. 75 to 71, it gets a tad cooler there. As we move for the next few weeks, as we go another week into this, we hit the 50s again by Thanksgiving Day. Look at that. Bring a jacket to Grandma's house. It'll be 57 for a high, most likely, when it comes to that. 56, 57, with about a 48% chance of showers coming in that afternoon. As we go all the way to December the 2nd, somewhere around 63. We're back in the 40s for lows, but look at that on the 29th. We'll get into the 30s, right at freezing on the 28th on Black Friday there. 31, brr. Somebody grab another log, so we'll be prepared for that. Now, as we get ready for this, what's going on with the fishing today? Let's back up. Oh, won't act ugly there. Major times to fish today will be around 9:22 till about 11:30. Not bad at all. This afternoon, a chance from about 2:45 to 4:45 to be out fishing. Sunrise happened at 6:26. It's going to get dark about 4:52 this afternoon. Now, let's switch over and talk about deer hunting. It's better today. The wind's going to be south 5 to 10 with gusts of about 20 miles an hour is what we've got. Again, perfect time to hunt today is 9:25 to 11:25. Your next chance, we got an hour's worth there from about 3:12 to about 4:12. Bring a sandwich, sit till dark. It'll be okay. Again, that sunrise happened at 6:26 and sunset will end about 4:52. These days, you can still hang in there till 5:15, 5:20 and see, and then it starts getting a little too dark for you there. Now, as we look at what's going on with the National Hurricane Center, absolutely nothing is forecasted for the next 7 days. We're glad of that. Let's go back to radar real quick and show you what we've got on radar this morning before we get ready for the morning show. Again, we've got some fog to our south, all the way down to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We want you to be extra careful with that. High-res radar. We'll refresh that and let that thing think. It's wanting to have a little mess up there this morning. They've had several issues, so we'll get back to radar in a little while. No rain in the forecast, but we do have fog this morning through about 9 o'clock is what we got. South of Meridian, fog advisory starting in Clark and Jasper counties all the way to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, including portions of Louisiana and into the Beaumont area is what we've got. Otherwise, we're sitting pretty good. Already 6:56 as we get ready for the morning show. We got coffee to make. I hope you'll make yours. Drag up a biscuit, sit back, sit with us. We'll tell you everything that happened yesterday. Odie's got a rumor or two. He's wearing a ball cap. Does this mean Amy didn't iron your shirt this morning?
Yeah.
You had to leave in a hurry? Man, nothing worse than not getting your shirt pressed. Yeah, I'd never get mine pressed. Y'all know that. We'll be right back. Join us, won't you? It all begins at 7 here at the Scotty Ray Report.